So, here's one question that I would like to ask the black community, and that is, what is it that y'all really want from each other? Like, you're not allowed to date outside your race, you're not allowed to be gay, and then if you are gay, it's only acceptable for women. If you're a thug, you're ghetto. If you're clean cut, you're suspect. And if you have kids by them, and if you're not together, you're all of a sudden a deadbeat. You bash dark skinned people. You talk about each other's clothes, hair, jewelry, etc. You're a coon if you don't support what other blacks do. You're an Uncle Tom if you're educated. Y'all kill each other over the craziest stuff. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on about a lot of things that is wrong with this community. But my problem is, what is it that y'all really want from each other? It's so many issues that blacks have with each other. But yet, y'all want people to still stick by you and still support you. And we say that Black Lives Matter to each other, but yet we do all these things to tear each other down in our communities. And before anybody can even sit there and say that there's problems in other communities, because I know that's what somebody's going to get ready to say. Yeah, there are problems in other communities, but I don't care about other communities because I'm pretty sure other communities are not worried about us. So why should I be worried about them when I should only be concerned about what's going on in my community? And a lot of other black people, they tend to shift away from the black community because of all the stuff that goes on. And honestly, I really don't blame them. Like, I don't blame them. I feel that there's only certain blacks that I can deal with and that I can only be around because there's just too much crap that is just going on within our community. And I just feel that if we don't hurry up and get it together, I feel that it's going to be a complete disaster. I mean, we already have a president elect in office that we all fear and that we're all afraid of, and yet we still can't pull it together. I don't get the issue, and I don't really understand what the problem is. I mean, we have so many, and then the thing that really gets me is, black a lot of black women and a lot of black men, they sit up here and say, well, so many of our black men are becoming feminized. We're losing our black men. Okay, but y'all are acting like this is something that just started. And for the record, we're not losing our black men. If there's any black men that we're losing the black men that are going to jail over crazy stuff. We're losing the black men that are getting locked up over stuff that could easily be avoided if we want to talk about losing black men. An effeminate black man is not something that I would consider losing. Don't try to complain about something that you have no control of, especially when you run around and you have all these high standards on what you claim or what you want out of a black man or what you won't tolerate out of a black man. You chase all these different, over the top things that doesn't even require you to fall in love with somebody, all these having all these pretty looks, being a thug, having a lot of money, somebody gotta have this and this and that in order to put a smile on your face. All these things that doesn't even matter, and a lot of y'all are running around being unhappy with yourselves. And I think what it really boils down to is that most people in our community are very unhappy with themselves, so they have to find other people to bash. They're either unhappy with themselves or they just judge things negatively that they don't understand. Either because they don't want to understand it or because they fear it and they're afraid. I feel like if people were to lower some of their standards, and stop expecting so much out of other people that they can't even accomplish themselves, then I feel that people within this community will find a lot more happiness within themselves. And they won't be so worried and so busy about tearing down other people and our own community. That's just my own perception of everything.